Happy New Year's. Today I want to talk about my 2024 Redbubble sales. Redbubble is a popular print-on-demand marketplace that has been declining in popularity really since I think it peaked in right around 2020. So maybe I'll have a surprise for you and maybe my sales picked up year over year. I do have some historical data to show you as well. So I can't wait to get into it. Let's get to it. So in Redbubble, I have over 50,000 products live and for sale. But here's the thing. I haven't uploaded a new product to Redbubble probably since like 2021 or 2022, something around that time, because Redbubble started closing accounts, not because people use bots to upload to Redbubble the way I did, because, well, using upload automation is a lot faster than manually uploading. And they get this, by the way. Redbubble's upload process used to be incredibly slow and tedious. I think I hold the record for most products uploaded in a single day. I uploaded 500 in a day. I'm pretty sure that was back in 2018. I literally watched that Netflix show, Making a Murderer, all day. My ass never left my seat. It was like snowing outside, man. I was snowed in. And I hit the upload limit that I don't think anybody knew existed on Redbubble. So, I'm a grinder. I'll put in the work. Anyways, ever since I found out about Merch Titan's automation, which you can still use to this day to push products to Redbubble, which they've made significantly easier since they introduced templates, you can still push a lot of products, but they started closing accounts at random, and it started happening very frequently. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to rock the boat. I have done 50,000 plus products that I've pushed. I'm going to leave it at that and just reap the rewards for years to come. Now, those rewards have actually been declining, so I'm going to show you those numbers, but they also, here's a reason why they may have been declining. Redbubble introduced this concept of account tiers and fees. You may remember this last year. It was in, I think, May of 2023. Since then, well, they've just been dipping their hands into our pockets and taking more and more from our pockets. So you can see here, I didn't do the sum, but these are the fees that I paid in 2024. Definitely over $100, probably over $200 easily, actually, looking at it. So it's just $200 less that I'm going to make from these numbers. Before I show you the final numbers, I have a free print-on-demand mini course linked in the description, and I have a print-on-demand Facebook group linked in the description as well. Both are completely free. I'd recommend taking advantage of both. Let's get to it. In 2024, I made $681 of profit from Redbubble, the vast majority of which, as you can see, came in the month of December, where I made over $200, just about a little bit under a third of my royalties on Redbubble. Again, I didn't push any new products. I'm sure I could have done really well if I wanted to, chase all the big trends. That is honestly how I would go about selling on Redbubble if I was to continue to push new products. I just don't think it's worth it. So I just take what I can get here. This is all based on work I've done in the past. Over 50,000 products, but I don't know how the Redbubble algorithm works. Like, I'm very active on Amazon every day. I'm very active on Etsy every day. I have my feelings that I can kind of back up about how those algorithms work and how they treat older listings that maybe aren't performing well. On Redbubble, I really have no clue. All right, so I'll even give you some insights in a second into like what products sold the most so you get a little bit of an idea. But from January 3rd, 2024 to January 1st, 2025, I made $681 of profit from Redbubble. Now, in the past, I've said, well, hey, it's a free, vacation. Not free, but, we did the work. But it's a vacation or something. And in 2025, I don't think, $681 is not going to pay for plane tickets for my wife and I to go to anywhere warm. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, those plane tickets are going to cost more than $681. So half of that's Redbubble's fault. Half of it is central bankers' fault, or whoever we're going to blame for, crazy costs and whatnot. Compare this to 2023. And it looks like, I forgot to do the actual number year over year, but so from $968 to $681, we dropped off about 30% in earnings year over year, 2023 to 2024. 2023 to 2022, my earnings dropped 52% year over year. So 2023, I made $968. 2022, I made more than double that. I made $2,026 of profit from Redbubble. Now, that was a drop of 22% year over year when you compare 2022 to 2021, when I made $2,609. and 42 cents, of course, from Redbubble. And that was a 31% drop year over year compared to 2020 when I made $3,784.99 from Redbubble. Are you guys noticing a trend here? And again, this is just me like constantly pushing new products, right? So you'd think the number would go up, but for various reasons, Redbubble's just kind of fallen out of favor. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily on us, the sellers. Sometimes the marketplaces are just not performing and doing what they need to do to stay relevant. 2019, $2,665 of profit. So 2020 was really when I peaked. And I know that 2020 was also when a lot of people took interest in print on demand. And Redbubble, I think, kind of had its heyday. I usually pull up Redbubble stock as well. If you were invested in Redbubble, then in 2020, you look like a genius. But beyond that, you do not look like a genius. I mean, check that out. It's gotten absolutely slaughtered. It looks like it peaked in 2021 when a lot of the companies peaked. So I wouldn't just say that's Redbubble. That was kind of a big stock market bubble. Anyways, here we go. So that was 2020, 2019, 2600, 2018 when I started. Get this, 2018, right? I was an adjunct professor as a second job. I was a web developer, senior web developer, day job. Second job, teaching web development at a local university. And one of my students, we would always talk about print on demand after class. Because I try to make this class as interesting. So like I would talk about print on demand. It's not like I could make the class about print on demand because it was supposed to be about web development. But if I could sprinkle it in, I would sprinkle it in, Some kids were paying attention. They wanted to know more and we would talk, This one ended up, he got into Redbubble. He got me into Redbubble. That's really what it was. I wasn't taking it seriously. He was like, dude, you taught me about Amazon merch. I'm going to teach you about Redbubble. And I took his advice. So I started in August 2018. In that's like the best time of year to be starting, let's be real. But in like 4 months, I made $1,198 profit. Literally almost twice as much as I made in the entire year of 2024 with over 50,000 products, just to see how far we've fallen from Redbubble. But I mean, again, I also told you guys back then, they didn't have the ability to duplicate listings and switch out the design. So you had to like manually upload. It was tedious. I didn't know about upload automation. And I sat there and I uploaded 500 products in a single day. So I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I did put in that work, but anyways, that's basically my history on Redbubble. Let's see what next year brings. My earnings by artwork and product. So this is basically like each of these are individual designs. And you can see that my best-selling design sold 16 times on the year for about $35 profit. The next bestseller was 6 times. The next bestseller was 3. Oh, it's by profit. Okay, so it's by profit. So next one was $21, sold 6 times. Next was $18.40, sold 3 times. Next was $18.12, sold 6 times. So what you can really see here is that I'm not like overly skewed where all my profits generated by a single product. I like to upload a lot of just evergreen stuff in what I call fringe niches. Now that works really well on Amazon, works a little bit not as well on Etsy, but still works. When you get to platforms like Redbubble that don't have nearly the same web traffic, it doesn't really work nearly as well as evidenced by these numbers. By the way, make sure you subscribe so you can see my Amazon and Etsy numbers for the year. Or let me know in the comments if you want to see them. How about that? All right, 2024 Redbubble traffic. So Redbubble gives you this insight on your dashboard, okay? This is there by default. Your audience traffic sources. So my unique visitors was 3,927 on the year. Had a big spike in April. That's interesting. I wonder why. And this is broken down by Redbubble traffic, organic traffic, direct traffic, social media traffic, and other traffic. Okay, you can see the definition on the side of the screen there. You can hit pause if you want to see it, or just check your Redbubble account. This was a 48% drop off year over year. That is not good for Redbubble. It's like if you're on the outside looking in, you might be like, damn, Ryan, what'd you do? But keep in mind, I haven't even really logged into my Redbubble account since the last time I did this video 1 year ago. I'm trying to lay low on Redbubble. If they're going to pay me $600, I'll take the $600. You know what I mean? If they're closing all these accounts at random, I just am trying to avoid that happening to me since I put so much work into my Redbubble account. Now, could I have taken that number of 50,000 products and made it 500,000 products by now? Probably, but again, and I'm not saying that they're targeting people for using upload automation. Anybody who thinks that, go look at, I don't know, anywhere where you can go to my print on demand Facebook group and just ask how many people have lost their Redbubble account for no reason or their TeePublic account for no reason. You know what I mean? It just happens all the time. So I'm laying low, okay? But 48% year over year drop off, 3,927 unique visitors. In 2023, that number was 7,626. 2022, it was 9,493. 2021, it was 12,806. 2020, the peak, 17,549. Okay, and keep in mind, I'm still running my uploader every day back then, pushing more and more and more products, okay? But guys, I wanna know, are you selling on Redbubble? And if you are, how much money did you make in 2024? What is the trend looking like? Are you bullish on Redbubble heading into 2025? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And as we close out this video, quick reminder, I have a full print on demand course that covers Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Walmart, Redbubble, in depth, all of the above, and design and research and automation, all linked in the description. It's all in one course. And I have a private community. We just kicked off our month-long contest for January, where there's going to be prizes paid out at the end for whoever makes the most sales in a secret niche that only the members of that community know. And we go live twice a week. So it's a great way to do small group coaching. Check that out, linked in the description. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon with another new video.